Can we get a... I'm going to link to... For people that missed the fact that the patch happened, I have a patch review video here. All right, so this deck is what I posted a highlight with this morning. Its goal is basically to set up for big turns on 5 and 6 with Sarah here. So ongoing, all cards in our hand cost 1 less. I'm gonna chill 1 more turn here to wait and see if we get Nakia next turn to pump things up. All right, sweet. There's Nakia. So we'll drop her here. And then she gives all the cards in my hand plus 2 power. Maybe I was supposed to play Bishop out because he's going to cost 2. I might have been right to play Bishop last turn. We'll see. The way the counting works out. I also have finite spaces to play things in here, though. We'll play Sarah to the left because 1, 2, and 3 cost cards can't be played here. And then we're hoping to win Titan and Shadowland. I'm going to go ahead and snap here since we have Nakia into Sarah. Snapping, for those that are new, basically doubles the stakes the match is being played for. Not all ladder matches are equal. You win between 1 and 8 ladder points per thing. And hey, thanks to whoever finished the Kingdom Maker promo. Appreciate you getting your keep to level 2. If you want to support my stuff and get a free sub to the channel, be sure to check out Kingdom Maker on Android or iOS. It runs through the end of tomorrow. Appreciate everybody that's done that so far. Odin, sure. So they only have... They have 21 power in the Shadowlands here. So Sarah makes a bunch of my stuff cheaper. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards total. If I want to play Bishop out, I can only play 5 of them. I think it's right to play Bishop. So I want to fill the Shadowlands so that way Mojo gets +6. And then Strong Guy gets +6 when my hand gets empty. So this is 6 and 11 is 17 here. And then Ant-Man is 23, so we're winning here. And then we play Hell Cow in the center, who discards 2 cards from our hand. And then Bishop is going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 8. So he'll be 8 and this will be 8, so we'll have 17 here. So we'll be winning all 3 paths. So my opponent retreated, which is smart because they are likely torched here. Yeah, this deck's really sweet. A lot of big permutations at the end of turns. You're basically just taking the first few turns to see how your opponent sets up their board, and then you play out a bunch at the end. Hey, Barbertov, thanks for the Prime. Really appreciate the support. This is my full-time gig here, and I wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you. So thanks for keeping me around. Again, we mostly just don't play anything in the first few turns because we're waiting to see if we can draw Nakia to power up cards in our hand. The goal is to kind of Nakia early. Okoyo is one of the only cards we play out early because she gives every card in our deck +1 power, so we want to give her a chance to pump things up. Lumeria is a little annoying with Okoyo this turn because she won't flip up till next turn now. We'll still get 3 draws with the Koya's bonus, but... And with Sarah in hand, I'm again just passing the turn here, because if we draw a Nakia, I want to pump all 5 cards in my hand with Nakia. There's currently 6 cards in my deck, so we're 1 and 6 to grab her next turn. Yeah, this deck is very atypical compared to most other decks at Step. You're just not developing early, because you're looking to spew everything on the last turn. And one of the upsides to what this deck is doing is there's the Nakia paid off. You get to kind of make really informed decisions about where we deploy our cards to, because we get to kind of wait and see where they develop, and then we choose to develop in response. Magic Arena's auto tapper decided it didn't want me to play games anymore, so I stopped playing games. So they are going hard into the central area here, so we will likely just be punting that. And actually, speaking of the Beast Bounce decks, it looks like what our opponent's playing here. So their deck, I think, goes a little bit bigger than ours does in the long term. However, it has to commit to the places it's going big early. And then, so long as we don't draw exactly Bishop, we can play out all 6 cards next turn. Bishop will cost 2, which means we'll only be able to play 5 cards out, but that's still probably fine. Oh, wow. Debris is, that's really annoying. Okay, so that's Blade, so we can deploy the full force of our hand here. So we'll go Angela, into Ant-Man, into Blade. Well, I think I want to split up Hellcow and Strong Guy. So she'll be 7, and this'll be 8, and this'll be 10, so that's 28 here. And then I'm adding 13 plus 4. I'm adding 17 here in DC. So I'll be 27 and 28. They're at 10 here already, so I actually probably want to hedge this a little differently. I think I want to put Ant-Man here, and then we'll put Hellcow plus this over here. And then I guess I could Scarlet Witch in the middle, just for tiebreaker. Yeah, or we could hit Bar with No Name. Obviously, if we hit World Ship, it's bad, but... She also helps with tiebreakers, and she could hit something like a minus power thing. I mean, none of the other games I play have a patch coming anytime soon as Intoth, so I'm not really worried about that, no. Oh, wow. Okay, so that makes my Ant-Man worse because we got Electrid here. I think we're okay, right? We're gonna win left and right still. This is, again, like, the real strength of what this deck is looking to do is the fact that you just, like, you don't reveal where you're playing your power out until, like, the last turn. So when your opponent sets up a big path like they did here in the center, it's like, okay, we just play around that in the other 2 paths. All right, and this hand has a Koyo and Nakia, and now we drew Sarah, so I am definitely snapping on one. Let's double it up. Everything we want to be doing. Let's rope them in early. Oh, no! Okay, that's kind of a tilter. Oh my gosh. Well, we got like as punished as you could possibly be for snapping on one is really rough. How's my turn 1 snap working out, chat? Not great. Thanks for asking.
Opponent snapped.
I'm gonna bail out. There's no way I'm staying in for 2 more. That is a rough beat. So snapping is basically like raising. It doubles the stakes that you're playing for. So my opening hand was really good, so I doubled the stakes, and then things took a turn for the worse in a couple of different ways. Like this hand, my opening hand here. No Okoyo, no Nakia, not snapping, just passing. There's a Nakia, and I have a Sarah in hand already, so I will snap now. And basically, when I snap, my opponent's presented with the decision. They can stay in, and now the match is worth a minimum of 2 rank cubes, or they can concede, giving up the 1 rank cube that's kind of wagered as a minimum. I want a Nakia on 3 here, because I kind of want a Bishop on 4. Because with both of these 3s, if I don't Nakia into Bishop, I can have one get stuck in my hand at the end of the game. And then we'll be set up here, so that way we are guaranteed right now to be able to play out the entirety of my hand on turn 6, because there's no cards that cost more than 2 left in my deck, and with Sarah here, everything in my hand will cost 1 next turn. So we'll be able to play out a full 6 cards next turn, guaranteed. This is a bot, yep. Oh, you know what? I was probably supposed to Sarah left so I could maximize Angela a little bit better. My opponent snapped. Thanks, bot. Appreciate you. Slide Bishop out. I kind of want 4 things here. I guess sliding Bishop out means I could hedge winning New York too, though. Maybe that is the play. We like do this. This hedges winning all 3. The strong guy is gonna be 11. Alright, so we didn't get the mojo bonus here, but that's fine. Yeah. They're crunched by a lot. This is again just like, look at how much power we're flipping up on the last turn, right? Everyone, this is 21 on the left, and then we're adding 11, 17 in the middle, and that's plus all the power we're adding to Bishop on top of that.
Victory.
Got a mojo upgrade. Yeah, they have to not have priority on turn 5 and guess where Sarah is gonna be in order to be able to Enchantress wipe her off. It's really difficult to catch Sarah with Enchantress in this deck. When's our next card? We're at 220, 258, so probably not today. Should be tomorrow we get a new card. We finished a mission, chat. Play 100 power worth of cards. Yep. Yes, and because our deck doesn't play, they're super unlikely to have priority. Is also accurate. Hey, thanks to whoever checked out the Kingdom Maker promo. Appreciate you taking some time out of your day to do that. 43 more and we hit my goal and do some weekend streams. You want to see some live Snap this weekend? Check out the Kingdom Maker promo. Nakia, Sarah, we drew Okoyo. That's a Snap? I think that's a Snap, Jim.
Oh, snap.
Do you know how many plays early is Sunspot better than Hitman? Sunspot is a card you need to play out proactively. So it's not a card we're really interested in playing. Like here, right? I would normally play Sunspot out in a spot like this, but I get to hold the Ant-Man, so it gets the bonus from Nakia. And again, Ant-Man leans into the, okay, I'm playing all of my cards on the last turn. Which is really, really what we're looking to do. Okay, Scarlet Witch makes Clintar less of a problem. The question is, am I playing Nakia this turn? If I play Nakia this turn, she's only 9 power, but that's probably fine, right? That's probably fine. Because if I draw Bishop next turn, I want to be able to play him. Our hand's going to get 3 more cards in it this game. Our strong guy. Do I want to play strong guy is the question, because if Bishop is one of my next 2 draws, I won't be able to empty my hand. Well, I won't be able to play every card. The discard cards like Blade means my hand still empties, but I think I'd play strong guy out for the value. Although I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, yeah, I'll have exactly enough spots to play everything out here. Opponent snap. That's good for me. We'll drop Sarah over here on the left, I think. This deck feels like the kind of strategy a machine algorithm would learn to try and maximize cubes. Yes, this deck is very good at farming cubes. Wait, does that end the game? No. Okay, because we're on turn 5 when it flipped. Okay, and now Mojo gets to win wherever we put it. Then we have Ant-Man as well. And honestly, we might win all 3 here, right? We're in a decent spot to do that. We're actually just gonna win all 3. Yes, it was turn 5, so TVA did nothing. Bishop into Nakia is 1 more net power than vice versa. Sure, but Bishop into Nakia makes you commit Bishop to the board sooner, which is the opposite of what this deck is looking to do in a lot of situations. So waiting to play your cards that are going to be putting power onto the board has value, even if you're getting 1 less power in some spots. Someone said, how do you counter this? Wave is a good counter. Sandman is a good counter. Playing a deck that proactively puts large amounts of power into 2 locations to start is a good counter. So there are a number of cards that provide counterplay. Okay, well, we have Scarlet for the bar with no name. And there, Kraven just got danger roomed, so... I think that's a snap. I think the way this game's gonna line up with the Stark Tower especially, I think I want to play out proactively here to get this this path boosted up. Maybe I should Bishop to start here. I did not. They had fixed the I'm not no-lifing this game, so unlike a lot of the people that have been playing it, I don't have endless boosters saved up. And by the time I had earned oh, that's so good.
I wouldn't do it.
They added voice lines to this. By the time I had earned boosters last night, they had already fixed the variant bug in the mystery boxes. Oh yeah, there's no copy of Storm in this deck. The deck list can be found right below me there. All right, and then Sarah plays here. We get a big bonus. Did I snap already? I did.
All systems go.
All right, so we get to play all of our cards out here. So we get to go. Do we just go all in on the bar with No Name and just assume we're winning the Stark Tower? And we just go all in on the bar with No Name, right? And it's technically optimal. It's technically optimal to Scarlet Witch last because I don't want to transform this into like the Danger Room or other places that might hurt us for playing things out. Yeah, they're incentivized to move Vision into the Danger Room here. They might just concede, right? Play? What did they play middle? Like they're losing Stark Tower. Okay, well if they had played better, they'd have won. I don't know why they didn't move anybody into the Danger Room. I guess they assume weird. Did they just assume I was Scarlet Witching there? That's strange. Yeah, I don't know what they were going for there.
This land is always changing.
Well, I was about to say we have Nakia in the opener, I might snap, but Weird World makes things a little different. Okay, now do we snap because of Sinister London? I'm gonna snap the Nakia Sinister London. This gives me 2 Nakias, which means we're gonna add just infinite power to my hand. Oh gosh, and now I get to Electra them here too. No, there's no account. Wait. I think we deathlock. Where do I want to deathlock? Maybe just deathlock left. I'm not gonna have time to play out everything, right? Let me do this. I want to do deathlock first. He destroys everything in his location. Nah, I don't think I want a Bucky. Well, I could deathlock Sinister London. That's true. Clearing Nakia actually is upside, right? Yeah, that's better. That's a good call. All right, sometimes you get hosed by variants. And we're out of here. Oof. Oof. You think we were winning that still? No? Both the cards I played that turn were getting destroyed, yep. I had a 16 power death. Death would have only cost 5 or whatever. I don't think we could win the other two. I disagree. That's why I conceded. This is probably a Need to Scarlet Witch the Space Throne game. Well, so I could Bishop mid, but Bishop doesn't get very large in this deck. Like, maybe we could play the strong guy mid, but I think we're more likely to win this if we change it from the Space Throne to something else. Oh, that's also not great for us.
Clear for takeoff.
Huh? Maybe I just play Nakia this turn, and then I can go 2-2-1-1 next turn. Like, go 2-2-1-1. And with the Nakia bonus, we probably win. I'll discard 1-2 cards. So I'll have discard this and whatever I draw, so my hand will be empty. So with the strong guy bonus, I think this is fine. And then we'll play to win the Avengers compound and the Savage Lands. Huh. Cloak makes the math a little more complicated. I think the play is still just this. Yeah, Heimdall gets weird. Maybe I'd rather... It depends on how I want to hedge this, right? I think I want... Maybe I do want Strong Guy here. Because Multiple Man's gonna stay here. And we do this. They snap. I want to do this. Oh, their Heimdall was +2. Did I lose? Blade and this. No, wait, we tie? All right, we're gonna tie left. Do we win the tiebreaker, though? I'm not sure that we do. They're up 23 here. If I would have put either of these here, we'd win here. You think we're gonna lose the tiebreaker? Yeah, and I forgot that they Nakia'd when I calculated how much they could add here. I didn't say it out loud, but in my brain, I was like, okay, they can only add 8 with the Heimdall here. Mistake on my part. Why does this card always flip up when we draw a Koyo on turn 2, chip? My Koyo to happen sooner or not later. I want to play Bishop out proactively. Yeah, probably. I don't have a Sarah in sight at the moment. Yeah, you can find full patch review on my YouTube here. Go through all the changes to cards, new locations that were added, and give thoughts on them. He's a little annoying here, but not the end of the world since she's happening on 3 instead of later. Chill for now and wait and see where they play cards out. All right, and that's a Sarah. So
Opponent snapped.
opponent snapped.
Oh, snap.
I think we're good here with the Sarah draw. Do Lamera and Atlantis have the same art? Oh, they do right now, don't they? That's kind of lame.
I am Iron Man.
Okay, and they played Iron Man middle instead of on the left, so we're probably punting mid. And then we can play out the entirety of our hand here. So I think it's Strong Guy right, and then we can Mojo, Ant-Man, Hell Cow here, and then we like Lady Sif, Scarlet Witch here in the center for good measure. So we're theoretically winning here, and if they don't play anything else into the mid, we're also winning mid, because we're adding 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 here, going up to 17. Sarah says she can't make cards cost less than 1. Oh my gosh. Wow, Claw is a beating. Was Claw like the only card that beat us there? Pew, 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 pew. Listen, chat. Scarlet Witch cost us some cubes earlier. She's just bringing them back, okay? She's just bringing them back. Sometimes lucky. Daily card boosters exceeded. Oof. Chat, man, that hit super early. I still have 1,100 credits I couldn't spend today. That's awful. That's hopefully all of the feedback on the booster limit has been super, super negative. So hopefully that changes. That's a super awful feeling that I literally just can't spend the credits that I purchased. They made my Akoyo cost 2, chat. Just like the pre-change. All right, now they're just screwing with me, chat. we're just chilling here. Wait and see if we draw into Kia. Did not draw Nakia. They put Invisible Woman here and they put Morbius here. I'm gonna bishop to the right. And wait and see what happens. I obviously can't know what these are gonna be. So now I need to start playing out my cards with the assumption that I'm not gonna have Sarah. So four cards left in my deck. One is Sarah, one is Nakia. If we draw either of those, we're not playing them. I don't really want to play out my cards that discard things yet, though, this turn. Drunk Akuma, thanks for checking out the mobile game sponsor. Enjoy your sub gift. I think I'm just playing these two and ending the turn. You can buy boosters in a way, but not specifically. Not really. The fast upgrades are a huge spew. All right, there's the Nakia. So we want to put our highest power thing into Lemuria to contest there. This is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 power added into the center. Morbius could get a lot bigger this turn, though. I'm definitely not confident enough to snap, but we're going to stay in for one more cube. Wait, this is the last turn, right? They're like doing all this discard stuff, and it's just like opponent was playing this game like there was a turn, set. There was not. Is this game sweet? The core game mechanics of Marvel Snap are really fantastic. Let's play a different deck for a little bit. I've been sitting on this one for a while. What else do I want to play? I want to try the... Let's play something a little bit different for people that haven't seen this before. Let's do the Mr. Negative deck for a little bit. This is very different than the deck we've been playing. Flying Crash. This isn't a closed beta. I had one of those last night. Is a Cerebro deck ruined with Mern Girl cost 4 until I get Mystique? Yeah, I don't think I can play. I think my Cerebro deck is unplayable until I have Mystique or some others, yeah. Hey, we don't have Mr. Negative or Namesake yet, but Sunspot, Psylocke, Nakia are all pretty good start here. Would you put Colossus in Cerebro now? Nah, probably not. Gloss is obviously strictly better than it was previously, but it's still just like only okay. Psylocke mid, she gives us extra energy next turn. If we draw Mr. Negative, we'll play Mr. Negative. We have Crystal here to draw towards it next turn. You haven't seen a Cerebro list. That means you haven't checked out my Snap YouTube channel. There's lots of great Snap news, like the patch review from yesterday, as well as a lot of awesome deck highlights. If you check out the Cerebro deck is obviously from before the balance patch that's up there, but you just cut Moon Girl and slide Mystique in. That's good. So Crystal has changed, so she only redraws your hand if she's in your center location, but that's fine. We don't mind playing her there right now. So we're hoping she draws us into Mr. Negative. We have 6 cards in our deck and 3 in our hand, so we'll get 4 out of the 9 at random here. So pretty decent shot tip, Mr. Negative. There we go. Hit me, dealer. They have Iron Fist going here, right? So good chance they're not going to have power here because their card's going to slide left. So if I Mr. Negative into Hala, Iron Fist is going to get destroyed most likely.
Wind aid my hand.
So we've got Arnim Zola. I don't really have a good location to play him into, though. Maybe we just sit on him to see what we draw next turn. We could Ronin. We could Ronin the center. They have 4 cards in hand. And then we can play something here plus Zola next turn to flip cards into these 2. I think I like that. Hoping for a big hit here. White Tiger is a pretty solid hit. And then honestly, I think we just don't spend this 5 mana because this way, if Zola hits Sunspot, actually, what if we Zola before White Tiger? Because this will make it so we guaranteed put Sunspot here and here. And the way this works, they both absorb the 5, so that'll be +8 here and +8 here. And then White Tiger's Tiger will guaranteed go right because Sunspot will be filled in the center. So we'll be adding 15 here, and we'll be adding 8 here, and we'll be at 11, 13 total here. I think gives us a pretty decent shot to win this. Yeah, I'm gonna snap here. I think this is good for us. It is random which cards you get from the rewards to a degree. The first few levels have what they call pools of cards. Okay, well, neither of those are a Heimdall, so I think we're good here. Yeah, that's a Vulture, so we're actually gonna win all 3 spots here. So Zola, Sen, Sunspot. Oh, wait, he's 1 smaller. We're actually gonna miss center by 2, but that's fine. We'll win left and right. Yeah. I forgot that he was, when I was counting him, he was +1 from Xandar.
Victory.
Got it. All right, we have Mr. Negative and Nakia here in the opener. I think that's a snap. Hey, Steve, thanks for kicking us up to 69. Yes, they redid a bunch of the audio and visual stuff in this patch. Ooh, that's a turn 3 Mr. Negative chip. Glad we snapped. On turn 4, shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 3 cards. Wow, I'm really glad we drew Psylocke and this is cracked for us now. Can I snap again? Why can't I snap again? That would not be great to hit. All right, Arnim hit the Jubilee. That's good. That's a sweet turn. We get to Iron Man into the mid. We're probably losing Adelan here.
Iron Man.
I assume is the case. Yeah, gonna lose that one by a lot. It would have been better if Crystal wasn't nerfed there. Yeah, that was a spot where the change to Crystal was very bad for us. Our opponent retreated. Yep.
Victory.
Poor Odin. Yeah, Odin. So Odin is obviously a non-bow when you Mr. Negative him. However, he's just really good in all of our draws that don't involve Mr. Negative. So it's definitely worth playing in this deck. Even if there's spots like that where you look at him and go, man, this is awkward. All right, Sunspot into negative chat. That's a snap. Basically, any of our 3, 1, 2, or 3 mana cards, along with negative in our opener, I snap on 1 in this deck. Correct. Yeah, exactly. I mean, usually the games where you negative, you're winning anyways, so it's fine to draw bad Odin. How do we Mr. Negative on 3? We drew Jubilee. And look, there's a Nakia too now. All the animations they added in this patch are just so good. Yeah, definitely hello. I appreciate it. Always happy to just gift a random. I think we want a crystal mid and get a new hand here, huh? Opponent retreated? Really? I guess Dream Dimension's pretty bad for their deck. They're playing this Bishop Okoye deck. How long does it take you to hit the daily booster limit? And it takes you about 180 minutes, right? No, that's wrong. It takes you about an hour and a half. It's like 30 games times 3-ish minutes, 3 to 5 minutes per game. So it's like 90 minutes to 2 hours. Our hand is super awkward this game. And they just murdered our sunspot. Oof. Okay, there's a Mr. Negative here to save the day. Now, it is kind of unfortunate that we've drawn most of our good cards we want to negative here. In fact, our deck is just like Ronin and Jubilee. If they snap, I'm definitely retreating, but they just like haven't snapped yet, so I'm fine to just like hang out.
Clear for takeoff.
Does White Tiger into Zola White Tiger get us there? Probably not. Yeah, I assume we're torched here. Yeah, they just discarded a swarm. All right, we are super dead.
All systems go.
We're not even staying in for one more cube. I'm done, I'm out. Goodbye. Goodbye. No faith in the Crystal Prey Pine. Absolutely zero. Well, like all of the cards that are best with Mr. Negative were in our hand, right? And so this deck is a little bit high variance in how it can execute its plan. 'Cause, like, obviously you need negative, and then obviously you need negative, and then you need the good cards still in your deck with negative. But the cube system in Marvel Snap actually makes playing higher variance decks like this reasonable, because you heard me talk about how I snap aggressively when my opening hand looks a certain way. By snapping in your strong games and conceding your weak games for one cube, you can get ahead still playing higher variance decks like this than you would in other games like Magic or other card games. But I think the daily credit cap should be credit cap or booster cap. Because boosters are what we've been talking about. But credits are a different in-game currency.
Wind, aid my hand.
Well, so for what it's worth, I don't think capping boosters is inherently a bad thing, because there were people just endlessly complaining they have infinite useless boosters. That being said, whatever the cap on boosters is, needs to be a number that it needs to be a number that you can spend the credits you can buy. They got the number wrong. Yeah, I think 400 would probably be fine. Jubilee mid is a chance to hit Mr. Negative.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
All right, we hit the negative, and then we hit White Tiger. So I can White Tiger and Sandman this turn, but I can only do either of them center. I think we just White Tiger and then let Sunspot soak, and then we'll Odin next turn, get another Tiger into somewhere else. I think this is a pretty decent spot for us here. Let's do this. So that Quake worked out really well for us, right? That's like big deal energy, right? All right, so Jubilee can't grab anything, but we get another Tiger. All right, cool.
Victory.
So, for the people saying they're trying to change things into weekly caps, I agree that weekly caps are much better for players, and I personally would prefer weekly caps if you're going to cap as well. However, basically every decision surrounding the economy in Marvel Snap seems to be geared towards encouraging players to play a little bit every single day, because that's one of the metrics you use to sell your game to investors and other things, that your game is healthy and active, is your daily player count is one of the most important metrics in this industry. So I would be very surprised if they push away from decisions that encourage small amounts of daily play. Oh, that's a Karmatage with Nakia into White Tiger into Odin. So that's a snap, even without Mr. Negative. And if you're new follows, welcome on in, folks. If you enjoy the vibe of the Marble Snap channel, be sure to check out my Snap YouTube channel as well. I'm posting highlights there 4 or 5 days a week these days. Bunch of great stuff going up. Really been enjoying this game in general and excited to do more of it on stream and on YouTube. For people that are newer to my content, I stream full-time here on Twitch. I've been doing this as a job for the last 3 or 4 years now. I've been playing card games and making content for the better part of a decade. Played a lot of Magic the Gathering, still do a bit of that. All right, so we're not, this Ronin is probably only gonna be 4 power, but thanks to White Tiger, we could probably still win this Flooded Zone. Because we're gonna get to White Tiger here and drop something, and then we'll get to drop Odin here to get another Tiger and add 12 more power. So I think we're in an okay spot here. My opponent's snapping. They also think they're in an okay spot. Deal. Okay, I think I'm in it to win it. There are a number of cards in this game that are incredibly disruptive. Nice, Professor X. Okay, yeah, and now, oh, I forgot this was gonna happen twice. So this is gonna put 2 Tigers over into here. Oh yeah, they're super host. I think this card is awful. This is the cheesiest card in Marvel Snapchat. This is a card where if you guess right, you win the game, and when you guess wrong, you basically lose the game on the spot. I really dislike it. It obviously can be very good at getting people, but it gets you just as often as it gets your opponents, as we are demonstrating here. Wow, I can't believe they stayed in. All right, what is a center card? So we're winning all 3 lanes at the moment. Still winning all 3. Thanks for playing. Every time Professor X is played, someone gets tilted. Yes, that's a great way to put it. It is a card that elicits high emotions. Yeah, Spider-Man into Professor X is a nice, not cheesy way to do it. Can let you know that it's safe to lock something down. That's true. And let's do a couple more with this, and then maybe we'll build a disruptive deck. I kind of want to work on, I think White Queen's probably super playable after her change in the patch notes. I'd like to work on a mid-range deck with her. Ronin is not bad into this left zone here. Embassy, also not bad. Howdy, Red Camp Man. Now, Sentinel creates a copy of himself when he comes in, but sorry, it's not a copy. Adds another instance to their hand. So the new instance will not have the bonus. Okay, so our best draws here are Arnim, Zola, and White Tiger after Mr. Negative flips the script over on us. Oh, we should build a Quinjet deck. I actually opened Quinjet, but I hadn't built with it yet because I wanted to wait and see how they nerfed Moon Girl and stuff. But yeah, Moon Girl Quinjet sounds fun. There's a Nakia. I think I'm gonna go Ronin here, Nakia here, and then if we draw Zola next turn, we can go Iron Man plus Zola into the Wakandan Embassy and get double Iron Man. I think is the plan. Rest a Psylocke. We just like Iron Man mid, Sunspot left. Oh, man. So close.
Defeat.
Their Cerebro deck almost got thrown off by the fact that Wakandan Embassy flipped up. They're able to power through it. If I would have put Sunspot, man, I think it's right to put Sunspot left because Ronin's going to be going down in power to hedge them playing here, but it's close. I think you could make an argument that hedging middle is also fine. Oh, sorry. I could have put Jubilee middle. You're right that Sunspot middle technically wasn't possible. I could have Jubileed. I don't know if I want to snap with the Sanctatorium. Yeah, I probably do. We're a little bit too late there. God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oof. Hey, what's going on, Wardev? Pass forever and then Zola the Sunspot. I think that's probably not a good play. Is it crazy to Mr. Negative into nowhere? I think Angela would beat us in nowhere if we did that as a Toth. Well, I don't know. All of the cards that we want the Mr. Negative effect on are in our hand, right? So, like, what is Mr. Negative doing for us here? Yeah, it's either Iron Man into Zola or, like, White Tiger into Zola. White Tiger into Zola could also be okay. It's probably better. So we're definitely losing Murray Isle. The question is, does whatever we flip over into the middle win the middle?
I am Iron Man.
Do I bet 2 cubes on a 1 in 3? Yeah, I think so. I'm down to gamble. Oh, do we lose even if we hit with that? Okay, we missed anyways. This was big enough that we lost regardless, right? 23, we would have put 3 power Iron Man into here, so it would have only been 18. Yeah, we were torched regardless. Really, 2 really not great locations for us there for sure. Magnus was innocent. Thank you for the almost 3 years. I appreciate the prime. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Thanks everybody for hanging out today, by the way. Great to have almost 400 people in here for some Marvel Snap. Game's a ton of fun. Is that a turn 2 Mr. Negative? Sure looks like it to me. All right, they're in for 2 cubes, chat. Awesome, Carl. Yeah, I'm loving this game a lot. And all the early metrics for it look really good. Hopefully it's got a solid future. Excuse me? Let's go. Let's go. Hit me, dealer. Do I want a sunspot into the cloning vats? Because I kind of want to set up a place where I can Arnim Zola stuff, right? I think I'm just supposed to sunspot mid. We're gonna run out of space on our board real quick here is the problem. We get to like play on our deck though. We have 5 cards in deck. 0 mana, 4 power Jubilee that just like cranks up Sunspot too. Electra's pretty good. Are the snap reactions on a different YouTube channel? Yeah, Hoaglandia Snap has all snap content all the time. I think I want an Nakia here. You want me to Odin? No, I want a Zola here, and then we can Odin next turn, right? There's 3 cards left in my deck. I guess we're gonna, if we Zola the Jubilee, we're out of Jubilee targets. We're hoping to Zola the Iron Man here. We have 50-50 on that. Thank you, my dude. That's a little sad. They have 6 cards in hand, and they can only play one of them. It's probably Khazar for their one play, right? So that means this is 14 power right now. And if they add Khazar here, it's only going to be... It'll be 7-12. I can't play 2 cards, chat. This is symmetrical. I think we lost, right? We lose to Khazar here. Khazar on the left puts them to exactly 12, 13 power. That's right, yeah. Yeah, I should have conceded. I just wanted this shot for content. We knew we were dead there, though. I think we're probably dead regardless, right? I guess we could have, like, Ronin into Odin, but Odin Iron Man into the mid and win the mid doesn't do anything, because we're still losing right and left at that point. So you're right that like could win mid, but losing left was the problem. Yeah, the Electra really hurt. If they hadn't had the Electra for the sunspot, we win that easy. Is Okoyo the best one drop now? I don't know. I mean, if you play a Koyo on exactly 1 and you play every single card sheet you draw over the course of the game, she adds 6 power. But that's a lot of assumptions, right? for next turn. What's our best possible hit here? Zola. We could hit Zola here at Jubilee, and then get Jubilees here and here. There's also an Odin in my deck to get a redraw with Jubilee. Oh, White Tiger's fine. Zola into Iron Man. Jubilee's obviously only okay, but even putting 4 power here and here is probably fine. And hitting White Tiger would be really good. I think I'm in for Zola Iron Man mid. Perfect. I am Iron Man. Oh, wow. And they didn't even get to trigger Strong Guy, so we actually win all 3 here. Get got.
Victory.
All right, I'm gonna let Agatha play a few games while I finish my lunch here. And then we'll build something new with a card that got changed. We'll build Quinjet or White Queen after. For people that haven't seen it, Agatha Harkness starts in your hand and plays your cards for you. So you get a free 6 mana 13 power card. Fun experiment.
Time.
I didn't fix the domino bug, chat. I wonder if they know it's a bug. I don't think I've reported it. Is Agatha RNG or AI? She is pure RNG with the asterisk that if Agatha can play herself, she will. And honestly, I think with the Tinkerer's Workshop here, I might snap. I think we're ahead. Drop me a screenshot of your keep at level 2 on Discord, Twitch, or Twitter. Hello, and I'll hook up the subgift after I'm done streaming today. Appreciate it. I believe you, Gooey. Agatha right means we still win because Captain Marvel's gonna jump left, right? So I think we stay in for 2 more cubes. Obviously, it would be nice if Agatha went left, but it looks like we win here. And we win, right? Agatha flips up here, and then Captain Marvel does her little dance over to the left. So, something to note about this deck is Wave and Electro both let us play Agatha ahead of curve. And if Agatha plays herself out before the last turn of the game, you gain control of it. So you can actually control turns 5 and 6 or turn 6 if Electro or Wave show up. So like, I almost always snap on to start if I have Wave in my opener, because Wave means turn 4 Agatha, and then I control 5 and 6. So there's 2 facets to this deck. Is one, is minimizing the mistakes Agatha can make early through deck building, and 2 is maximizing the chances Agatha gets played before turn 6 so you can control the end turns. If you haven't seen this deck before and heard me explain that, that means you're not subscribed to my Snap Highlights YouTube channel, Hoaglandia Snap. You'll definitely want to make sure to do that. Post highlight videos there a number of days per week. Gosh, it's been almost every day for the last week. There's been a lot of stuff to talk about. Great source for Snap news and excellent deck highlights like this one.
Always lucky.
Domino into the Space Throne. This could easily be a retreat. Yes, we are playing Chavez in our deck.
Oh, snap.
I think the Zoo deck's the exact same post-patch. Okoyo being a 1-drop is fine for that deck. This is that turn 4 Agatha I was talking about that I usually snap when it happens. So Agatha plays out here, and then I get to control turns 5 and 6 now because Agatha is playing on 4. The other card, Maximus, I think it's quite good. In fact, talking about that Snap YouTube channel, there is a deck up there called Disruptive Dominoes that plays Maximus. It gets very reasonable and like a high card quality deck. Yeah, I assume Mysterio's on the Space Throne, but can't know for certain, obviously. Get to go Captain Marvel mid, and probably Magneto left, and then just hope that Captain Marvel wins one of these 2 for us. Jubilee only has good hits. That's true. I could have just Jubilee. Jubilee would have hit Chavez or Vision or Black Bolt. I think I'd rather have Marvel here. Captain Marvel's text is real good. Does Magneto pull out the 5 power Mysterio? No, he only pulls 3s and 4s. We could lose this game, I suppose. They go card here. We are down 6 on this location at the moment, and we're almost assuredly losing the Space Throne. I'll stay in for 2 more. Patriot. It's funny. Someone just said Patriot buffs the Mysterios. This is a card I'd really like to open. It's got sweet builder up potential. Whoop. It's our second crash in an hour and a half. No, we legitimately hit the booster cap. You hit the booster cap in like 90 minutes. The cap is way too low. Oh, I did build a Kraven deck. Maybe we should do this instead of brewing something else. I haven't played games with this yet. Should we do this? Let's do this. Hey, Kamui, thank you for the half year. I really appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I really hope they hotfix the booster cap too. That would be ideal. So Kraven now says when a card moves here, this gets +2 power, and this counts your opponent's cards moving too. So I've got it paired with Polaris and Arrow and Magneto to pull things to Kraven. And we've got Kingpin that says when cards get moved to his location, he destroys them. So like Kingpin on 3 into air, or Kingpin on 4 into Arrow on 5 wipes out your opponent's turn 5 plays essentially. So from a deck building perspective, this thing's got some solid synergies going on. Yes, Kingpin 5, Magneto 6 is also fine. Let you wipe some stuff out. I don't know, the details in this build almost assuredly aren't correct, but the core idea has some flavor going on with it. They can just play cards into the Kingpin lane, that is true.
Victory.
Good job, we won turn 0. Big Shroom, big Shroom. Do I want to just wave here? I think I want to just wave here. And then now there's a question of, so if I vision here, we could move it here on 5, then move it somewhere else on 6. I think we just get Magneto down here. Do we arrow or do we vision? I could arrow here. It's gonna get Kraven at least 2 more. I think that's the plan. I'm gonna snap here too, I think. Okay, so I think it's Juggernaut left, Cloak right for extra power. Juggernaut says they're basically not going to get anything else into here. If they Moon Girl us, we could be in trouble. It's probably a Moon Girl. I'll put him to 6 cards in hand, and then we lose left. Oh, they had Sentinel too. Oh, yeah, very torched.
Defeat.
Yeah, Moon Girl and Devil Dino is just good enough that even with making them both basically strictly worse, they're still very, very good. Yeah, and with Mystique, they basically double Dino'd us that game, right? This deck's probably bad. We'll play a few games with it, but we just get torched a bunch. We'll do something else. Yeah, we could definitely do some Beast Falcon. I think I'm just storming the negative zone here. I don't really have a great play for next turn. So if they play a 3 or 4 into the flooding area this turn, Magneto can pull them out. So leaves us in a pretty okay spot. Sweet Moon Knight. Oh, Swarm triggers Collector. That's really good. Alright, and then something noteworthy here is that Magneto into Monster Metropolis pulls 3 power off of their Swordmaster and is +3 himself. So this card's gonna be an 18-point swing here. Oh, 20-point swing with Angelo. Oh, it's gonna pull power off of Vision though, so it's a 17-point swing. Do I feel like I need to put more power into Okoye? Or into the center? Can they get power into Okoye somehow, chat? Is that possible? We're gonna get got by, like, the claw? Here's hoping not. And they hadn't discarded Apocalypse at all, so we didn't have to worry about that.
Victory.
Alright, so no movement shenanigans that game, but just like good quality cards. Hela could have put Swarms into Flooded. Yeah, that's true. They would have had to draw Hela exactly that turn though, right? Otherwise they would have been risking discarding her with other things. No 1 or 2 drop is sad for them, because we could have Polarised their 1 or 2 drop into this location. Oh, it is a 1 drop. You're right. That's sick. That's actually perfect. I'm gonna snap. So Kraven's gonna go to 6 here? Yeah, good call. Because Nightcrawler's gonna move, and then Polaris is gonna suck this over. Wow, that's so bad for them. It pulled into their Angela path too, and we hit Sarah. All right, well, I'm glad we snapped, because they are super torched. Just the most torched you could possibly be. Okay, and then we like Kingpin here on the right, and then we can Magneto their 3 and 4s into here. I don't think they're getting to the end turn; they're just staying in because we already snapped. But like Kingpin into Magneto here is super rude.
I am Iron Man.
Nah, I don't think there's any reason to move out of here, right? Because we're like up 9 here too. Yeah. Unity Split Magneto. It's one of my favorite 6 drops in the game. Really sweet disruptive element. I feel like they'd have to be very silly to stay in. Maybe they're going to stay in to give us content. But you definitely expect to retreat here. This was a sweet game with this deck. We're gonna play a couple more. Actually got to pop off here. Felt really good. A little Kraven action. Up to 8 from all of our moves around.
Opponent snap.
Excuse me? Oh, that's not what I was expecting. All right, now I'm curious. Hit me, dealer. Oh, man. Wow, that was... Whoo, okay. All right, good beats. Thank you, Magneto, and thank you, Magneto. God bless you. Yeah, because if we hadn't pulled Bishop over and KO'd him there, he'd have been huge over here, right? And Ant-Man would have triggered? Yeah, all right, good stuff. Yeah, he's so good. Kingpin's effect was actually irrelevant there because we still lost this path, but yeah. Okay. Oh, look, Chad, I got more credits I can't actually spend because I've hit my booster limit. Yikes. Yes, Kingpin is super situational. A whole lot of nothing shit. Like Kingpin to add power to the board and like maybe we Juggernaut something into him next turn. All right, so probably not Juggernauting anything there. Oh, wait! Nailed it. Oh, snap. People in chat trash talking my boy Kingpin. He's ready to step on you, chat. He's ready to step on you. All right, and then Magneto actually gets to disrupt Warpath as well, because he'll be able to pull something into either Atlantis or the sewer system to make it so they have things in all the locations. Yeah, this seems great for us, huh? Here, you have cheesed me out of the left. Cheesiest card in the game. I think we're good here, though. They're gonna flip whatever they flip first here, and then Magneto's gonna pull Warpath into Atlantis, and then my Magneto will have 17 power in Atlantis. He looked so good with the rainbow background and his big flashy fists. Love it. We're adding 9 here, so we'll have a total of 18. So they have 5 left over after we suck Warpath out. So they need to either beat 17 here or 18 here. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, that's brutal and unexpected.
Defeat.
Man, I was really not expecting them to play into Atlantis there heavy. That's unfortunate. Especially to play in and turn off their own warpath proactively is wild. They got me. Good juke. If I would have left Vision there, I would have beat them, but then I would have only had 11 in the center, which means the center would have lost to most 6 drops. Hey, things happen. I appreciate the 30 year. Thanks for checking out the sponsor. The game ends on turn 4. Yep. Either that or sniping. Yeah, that's true. You gain a huge advantage in this game for being able to ghost cut to producers. That's for sure. Not to say that every loss you take is that, but it's definitely a factor in this game. So the plan here is just to like space our stuff out, right? Hey, King Brutality. Thank you for the prime. Kingpin almost pulled us across the finish line there. Really appreciate the support. That's my full-time gig and I wouldn't be able to be without folks like you. Angela mid, eh? Ow, that's a huge beating for us. I wanted to wave into a 5-drop to have a really good shot here, and now wave doesn't get revealed this turn. That's sad. I guess we wave here, and that leave Cloak in hand, so if we draw Kraven, we can double 2 next turn. Yes, this is the featured location right now. There's a new one. Alright, so the plan here is to win left and right. My body is not ready to get triple 1 dropped over here. No, I'm not snapping, but we're staying in because there's only 1 cube here. It doesn't double on the last turn with TVA. Total of 6 on the left. Could definitely lose here if they played 2-3 drops. Hell cow. All right, yeah, torch. Their deck is much better into TVA than ours is, chat. By a significant margin.
Defeat.
Although I guess it's worth noting, if I'd have slid Nightcrawler over here, we would have drawn right, because it would have been 8-4-4. Maybe I'm supposed to do that. Just like trusting Cloak on the right. Of course, if I do that and they play Hellcow right, we lose, so. Yes, cubes don't double if TVA ends the game. I don't know if that's a feature or a bug, but it's definitely a thing. This might be just like a game we wave a couple of times. I think I'm gonna Angela into the cloning bats. Then I think we wave into the cloning bats. Bar with no name, yep. I love the added voice lines in this game. Have a favorite change this patch? I don't know. The nerfs are an easy call out, right? The format's bad, and just a lot of people playing a lot of different things with Nova Carnage getting kneecapped. Yes, Juggernaut could theoretically push something into the bar with no name. We are having a little bit of a hard time catching a break today.
Get out of here.
5 cards in hand, they can probably get empty.
I wouldn't do it.
Can they get empty without playing into bar? Yeah, if they have stuff like Hell Cow.
I am Iron Man. Opponent snapped.
Oh, we can arrow right.
Place, buddy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, snap.
Okay, that's really fucking funny. That's really funny. And they have to stay in? Come have a drink, friend. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff right there. Listen, I don't know if this deck is good, chat, but it is certainly great. That is a tasty 8 cubes. That is a tasty 8 cubes. All right, let's keep playing this one. I think we've got enough quality content here that if we get another good game or two, we could have a highlight for the highlights channel. Skill effects happen twice, sure. Ooh, they doubled Forge. No cards reveal this turn. Why you always gotta flip up on the turn when I don't want you to be? By the time this flips up, it just doesn't do anything now, is the problem. All right, we'll Storm Karmatage, and then we could Juggernaut Karmatage next turn.
Wind, aid my hand.
Okay, how does so they Iron Fisted, so their next thing's gonna get moved over, but that means they're gonna play it here, right? And then it'll slide, and then we'll move it randomly, but that actually doesn't seem useful, right?
Opponent snapped.
We just retreat. We've got too much movement stuff going on to factor, and it feels like we're behind. Kraven a new game. It's a good early collection deck to lead into. You should definitely check out the Wolfsbane Zoo deck up on my Snap Highlights channel. It's a good pull one deck. Nothing to do here on one. Oh, man. Kraven with Polaris into Hala is actually kind of rude. RNGesus, take the wheel, Chip. Really sweet, interesting game. Just got real scuffed by that. Oh, chat! It's the Juggernaut, bitch!
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
Oh, snap! Double it up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's wipe some friends out here. We've been got, chat. We've been got. Wait, did the Sword Master discard the Infinite and then Hela brought the Infinite back? Is that what just happened there? No, the Infinite was discarded earlier. What discarded it? Because they only played one discard card, right? Then what, if Lady Sif is what discarded that, then what discarded the Swordmaster, chat? Oh, Scovia. The Scovia location discarded it. Got it. I forgot this was a discard that happened. Okay, so obviously we're playing this here. And then we're shuffling Nightcrawler into Juggernaut. And then I think that's it. All right, I'm staying in. We could lose this, but I'm gonna stay in. Oh, I forgot that Cloak was symmetrical. Ah, I forgot that Cloak was symmetrical, chat.
Defeat.
And they had Giganto. Yeah. So someone else mentioned it earlier, and it's gonna be interesting to see what balance feels like. But like this Hela Ghost Rider deck feels like it's incredibly good, but the way the card acquisition in this game works, even if something's incredibly pushed like that, it can't really populate across the entirety of the ladder, right? Because people just don't have cards. Like, I'm collection level 2,000, over 2,000, and I can't build that deck. I don't have Hela and Ghost Rider or Moon Knight. Yeah, I'm using a mobile emulator called BlueStacks to play on PC. We have Nightcrawler on one, and then we have the Storm into Juggernaut combo. So you flood a location with Storm, and then the following turn you play Juggernaut into that flooded location, kind of make sure they can't play stuff out there. The sewer system in the middle, that's exciting. Do I want to deploy Cloak here? What do I do? I think I'm just passing here. I go for Storm Juggernaut here. We could get Got, I guess. This could give them more than a total of 5. That's 6. But I could pull Nightcrawler into here, right? And have that be fine. they're gonna flip first here. Oh, but I could potentially Polaris Angela out of here too, right? I absolutely despise Professor X. It's one of those cards, someone else put it earlier. Someone always feels frustrated when Professor X flips up.
Escape.
You either, like, completely hose your opponent or they hose you with it. Just gotta, you guess right and you win the game. Yeah, it's a 2 or a 10 card. And it almost always loses someone the game on the spot. And sometimes the person that loses the game on the spot is you, and sometimes it's your opponent. We have Kraven Polaris here, which is fun. In fact, I think we Kraven to the left here. And then we can Polaris, pull Sunspot in. Huh? That's fine still. Our hand's gonna go away here on turn 4 because of Italian. Storm plus Nightcrawler into Lemuria, I think. Okay.
Wind, aid my hand.
So Nightcrawler into here gives Kraven another boost. I think we just Magneto right into the flooding, huh? That pulls Wave and Jubilee over. And then Cloak gives us a chance to rearrange. No, it won't, because the game's gonna end. This could go bad. If they play a big 6 into the flooding, that could be bad for us. Maybe I'm just supposed to Magneto into Karmatage to pull the Jubilee over and kind of lock this up and give up the flooding area. Kind of depends on where they play here. Whether or not Magneto works out. Yeah, them playing a 6 here probably means we lose. All right, well that was weird. that was weird. Okay. The problem here is their Jubilee deck probably beats Vision for +7 here. Their deck has Wave, has a lot of top end in it. Just like any 6 beats us here. Alright, well, we ultimately just lost a coin flip. Hella brings things back at random. And Black Cat could have gone mid there for us to win that game. That's worth staying in for. Hella definitely feels like one of the most powerful things you could be doing right now. Feels really bad not to have access to that. Definitely a bad side of their card acquisition in this game. That's the second or third opponent that's Hella'd us today. And it could be 2 months before I have a copy of Hella. At least with Nova Carnage, when it was when we knew it was overpowered, like everybody had access to it because it's pool 1. This might just be a play Cloak for power turn. Has some utility, but also just 4 power 2-drop. Okay, so we have Wave into Magneto and then Kingpin into Arrow. It's kind of fun. Do we Magneto right or Magneto left? I think it's to the right. It's a shame they waved again because I wanted to Kingpin Kraven this turn. Would have been a sick combo. But I think we get to Kingpin into Arrow now, right? See what they do with their big play here. Okay, us going first here is good for us. Well, all right. Okie doke. Yeah, because this pulls this over, then Kingpin stops both these before they could do anything, right? Oh, snap. Okay, that was kind of gas. This deck is really good. I don't know if it's good, but it's certainly great energy. Like, that's a very satisfying 1-2 chip. Did you want to make plays that last turn? Kingpin doesn't think so. Zero and I are just gonna hang out and trade cubes all day. I think TVA is good for us in this matchup. Priority did matter for Kingpin's ability there, yeah. Okay, with Elysium, we can now Kingpin into Arrow, so I think that's the play, right? Kingpin is not ongoing, he's just the following turn. Well, we definitely lose now, right?
Opponent snapped.
They snapped. Do we Angela into Storm now? think we just Angela into Storm TVA, right? Yeah, those are the options. Do we Storm TVA or do we retreat? I think I'm gonna Storm TVA instead. Because they've made gameplay decisions here assuming the game is ending. Yeah, their hand is empty right now. So like all of their decisions were predicated on, okay, the game is ending. So I think that's good for me. And now if I Magneto here, it pulls this in, and Magneto adds 14 here. This is good for us. Pulls their card out of the Elysium. Obviously, if they draw Hela, we like get completely torched here, but they only have 2 shots at Hela. I guess they have like 2 out of 4, so like 50% to have Hela. Leave, sure. I don't think they discarded Hela, so they're 1 in 3 to have her here. And then we're up center because of Angela. And we just play our 2 biggest power things, right? We just go Vision Arrow. And then honestly, even if they hit Hela, if Hela flips here or doesn't flip enough here, we could still win. Yeah, this is... Alright, this is my early called shot is Hela is the best card in the current format by a wide margin. She puts significantly more power into play than anything else. Also, like, how on earth does Hela have 6 base power when Spectrum has, when like all these other cards have like the same amount? Like, it's just like the power numbers on the 6 mana cards I think feel a little off overall. Yeah, there's probably a good... Yeah, I think that's probably a good call, Beetle. 0 base power or only bring back 1 thing. Those both seem like real good shouts. Dingy Games, thank you for the 30 months. Welcome back. You can play Cosmo to counter Hela. It's true. Is true. Is this a Kraven Kingpin arrow curve? Kind of feeling a Kraven Kingpin arrow curve here. For the 34 months, show and tell to you. Welcome back. This game does not currently support direct challenge. There's just a very limited player count due to things being a closed beta.
Opponent snapped.
Alright, I'm gonna wait 30 seconds before requeuing here. Because we've queued into this person 5 times in a row now. Yeah, it's like I have some cards I can upgrade here, but the problem is, I guess Baron Mordo I don't have an Altart of, so we can spend some of these credits actually. A lot of these are just like worse or arts that I don't like of other cards. So like I don't want to upgrade Blue Marvel because I have a different art Blue Marvel I like. I don't want to upgrade this blade because I have a different blade. Same thing with Chavez. I like this Carnage. We can upgrade this Carnage. But like Iron Man, I have a different Iron Man I like. I like the Wave Alter art more. Zero has followed. All right. Hopefully that's the person we're queuing into. Maybe we can find someone else now. I think Space Throne is terrible for us. Not sure if Angela is good in this deck. In theory, she's good with Nightcrawler and Vision. Swap the positions of each location on turn 4. Well, that makes Space Throne incredibly scary. I'm gonna go ahead and wave into the Starlit Citadel because this could end up being the Space Throne. I guess I could, in theory, storm the Space Throne, but this ending up the Space Throne is just as worse for my opponent than it is for me, so I think that's fine. I'm gonna Vision here, and then I think we're setting up for Kingpin into Magneto for turns 4-5. Oh my gosh.
Oh, snap.
Kraven Kingpin here into Magneto. They could, in theory, fill the Starlit Citadel, which would not be great for us, but... yeah. I think they're pretty torch the way this worked out. Yeah, it could be right to... if my follow-up is so good that maybe I'm supposed to let them limp along and maybe they commit for the second cube on the last turn. That's definitely true. That could have been too aggressive. And for the sake of making content, I would have preferred they stay in, so maybe that's it. All right, that's our third crash in 2.5 hours, about every 45 minutes or so. I wonder if there's a memory leak or something in this patch that's causing that. It could also be something with my emulator too, though. Sometimes games have issues on BlueStacks and they don't have on actual hardware, because I didn't have any crashes on my actual mobile device yesterday. Supposed to hold this because I can play it after Angela to get extra trigger out of her, which is nice. I think I'm gonna sit on this, and then we can like Angela into Nightcrawler plus Kraven on 3. Not particularly useful for us, but that's okay. Yeah, they added a lot of really fantastic small subtle animations to different things this patch. Oh, so the Strange Academy is gonna get emptied on 5? So do we play Kingpin into the Strange Academy so we can then Magneto? So we can then Magneto into there after on 6? Sounds pretty good. Grab whatever 3s and 4s they play out. It's like Arrow into the Crimson Cosmos and pull their stuff over here to mess their math up. Alternatively, I could just Magneto here, and then we could set up Kingpin into Arrow on 6. I think I like that actually. So I'm gonna Kingpin into the Strange Academy, and then I'm gonna Cloak Angela. And then on 6, we'll Arrow the Strange Academy, and anything they play anywhere else gets crunched there. So based on this board, actually, I guess I didn't think about it super cleanly. They're likely to play into Strange Academy, right? Although I guess they could be playing into the hub as well, so maybe that's not strictly true. Because I could, like, vision here. They could be setting up to destroy this Nova, and I'm currently ahead in terms of priority, so if they play a destroy card here, Arrow will pull it into the Strange Academy, which would be a really good result for us. I don't know, I'm not confident about it. There's a couple different ways this could go. If I play Vision here, and they play like a big 6-drop here, I get into trouble. Yeah, maybe because I have the Kingpin activation in Strange Academy, I'm supposed to assume they're not gonna play into the hub. That's close. Shang-Chi was really brutal that game. We're down 12 power in Crimson Cosmos because of that. The game's much easier at the end there if we have it. To update the game, if you're in the closed beta, you just use the Play Store. If you sideloaded, you need to probably re-download the APK from somewhere. Well, shoot. Okay, we're playing against a bot. Got it.
Oh, snap.
It could be Agatha too, yeah. That's true. Agatha is technically a bot. How the hell does that work? Electro ramps you one? Even if you... That can't be right, right? Oh! The on reveal is +1 max energy. That's weird. Okay, I did not realize that card worked like that. That's strange. Okay, I thought they were both ongoing effects. Yeah, so having Electro die is actually upside there. Yes, if you flip Electro and then you Viper it, you get the +1 energy and your opponent can only play 1 card per turn. That's neat. Well, I think we lose then, right? I think we've successfully been cheesed by Professor X.
Escaped.
Yeah, Electro technically works with Enchantress too then. That's something to think about. I have Viper and Enchantress. I just don't know what you do with the payoff though. Is the problem. So we'll Kraven here, and then we'll get to Polaris, pull this over next turn. Oh. Well. New plan. We're no longer Polarising. We're no longer Polarising the Cork. Cool. Just gonna wave into the Space Throne here.
Wind, aid my hand.
Okay, Vision might do it. We'll see if they play more into the flooding area here. So they got by the Space Throne because they played their card blind, but we got kind of got by the expansion. And like, even if they commit more into the flooding, we can vision over.
I am Iron Man.
I think this works the way we want. I'm pretty sure Vision moves and then Kingpin Polaris goes. So Vision lives. It's fine. Let's find out for science. That was an unfortunate coin flip to lose. Oh, this is next turn. This is next turn. It's not this turn, so it didn't matter. So if Polaris would have pulled Korg out of the throne, we'd have won. But she only grabs one of them, and she grabbed Cable. That chooses at random, so lost the 50-50. Doesn't it always pull the closer one? No, it's random. Definitely random.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
I don't think our hand's very good. So we make human leave. There were double-digit card changes. If you want a review of everything that changed, you can check out my review video here on my YouTube channel. Nothing to do here on one. Jerome. Do we have any particularly strong plays this turn? Yeah, I guess we just like Juggernaut into Westview because it's the location they're most likely to play into, and then it puts it into either the sewer or danger room on them. I'm gonna Cloak into Kraven middle. Actually, let's Cloak into Kraven right. And then if Cloak dies, we can pull Juggernaut, Kraven, Squirrel all into here, which will leave me space to pump Angela. They have 14 on the right. I think we just pull the squirrels into there, right? Maybe leave the rest of this, then just punt that location. And then we'll arrow mid to pull whatever they play in this turn. Yes, this is perfect, right? Because Kraven's gonna get +4 now. We have a large lad we lose here. Guess their Lockjaw Jubilee deck is pretty likely to have a banger. Show it to me. It's a pretty large lad.
Defeat.
Wave a turn early is kind of funny. Because that technically means we could lock both players out of playing cards, but I think I want to be able to Magneto on 4, so I think we're just Angela. Yeah, I think I'm going to do one more deck after this beetle. It's not even 2 o'clock. Huh. We Polaris the Invisible Woman. I'm into it. And whatever they plan to hide with her this turn doesn't get hidden. And they don't want Invisible Woman in Hala because after turn 4, all cards destroyed by the player losing here. So anything they play down with her is going to be hidden. So yeah, this is great. I'm going to snap, actually. Yeah, this just guarantees they lose, right? Or guarantees they lose this spot, I guess I should say. Anything they play here is face down. It's a shame we have priority here because I would really like to be able to grab a 3 or 4 that they play over. I think I'm just gonna Magneto into here because I have to make whatever play I make into Hala because I need their cards to get destroyed, so I need one more power here. I suppose I could, in theory, Magneto mid and pull Wave out of here and only kill Invisible Woman, but I think I like killing both their cards here. I mean, they get to make one big play. Oh, I bet they were hoping to play whatever they were playing with this and hide it under Invisible Woman. Yeah, their play was Lady Sif. Yeah, okay, that's great for us, obviously. Okay, and then we like Nightcrawler plus Storm here, and then we can Juggernaut here next turn to lock it up. Well, I guess. I'd rather just play the higher power ones, right? Next turn's the last turn we can play anyway, so storming here doesn't really do anything. So maybe we like Nightcrawler plus Cloak. And then next turn we wave Juggernaut. let's do that. So we got the danger room locked up. Well, huh. Do we just arrow left now? That's about the same, right? Arrow danger room is GG. Oh yeah, that is just guaranteed, right? Because I have priority. Yeah, sick. Arrow's been really impressive. Oh yeah, Cloak is symmetrical. Oh shoot, I needed to put Polaris into the center to play around Chavez because of the Cloak. Chat got me. If they move Chavez, chat got me. This was a guaranteed win if I just put Polaris into the middle. Damn it, shit! Alright, I'm giving Gap 10 minutes for that.
Defeat.
Literally would have won with any other line. That game was so good up until that point, too. Been into Nomarova. I think I'm okay with X-Mansion happening. Storm the Citadel. Let's take this out of play.
Wind, aid my hand.
Okay. Definitely got the better end of that exchange. Do I want to play into the flooding here? I don't know that I do. This might just be like Angela Cloak mid. I might just Angela Cloak mid. Yeah, they played hard into the flooding here. Yeah, we'll see what they do. Vision gives us some flexibility next turn. Oh, and the flooding's just not flooded anymore. Good beats. So I think we just Vision center to trigger Angela, and then we can move this off next turn. And then with Nightcrawler and Vision, we stand to be able to power up Kraven next turn too. It could even be a Vision Nightcrawler into here, Arrow into here. Get Kraven really big depending on where they go. We'll see where they deploy this turn. They could also shuffle some of these here too, yeah. All right, so they're winning Stark Tower super hard. Strong guy into X Mansion's kind of scary too, though.
All systems go.
Okay, so Nightcrawler goes up there. They have 3 cards in hand. If I do this, this goes up to 6, which gives me 10, 19 here on the left. And then I could Magneto here. But if they don't play anything here, if they don't play anything here, this could pull Bishop in. What if I Magneto? You could just Magneto right? We could Juggernaut and Polaris. That's true. We could do like this. And then I probably win mid and left. Let's try that. That's kind of sweet. Wow, this works out really clean. Oh, no, wait, we pulled Yondu, which pulled Ant-Man too? Wait, what happened? Wait, math, are we gonna lose the tiebreaker? I think we're gonna lose the tiebreaker. I'm not quite sure what occurred. There were permutations of that let us win there. Hey, Lore Weaver, thanks for the brand new Prime. I really appreciate the support. I don't know that I'm mad at chat for that one. That was like a big brain shuffle all the things type line. Maybe, and here's a thought. Was I supposed to sequence these in the other order? If I would have Polaris first, we would have opened Stark Tower, and then Juggernaut could have kicked Ant-Man over to the right. Maybe that was the line, actually. I was supposed to Juggernaut second after Polaris, so that way when she sucked something out of the tower, she could send Ant-Man over that way. Yeah, I think that was the line. That was a sweet game. There were a lot of permutations on that end turn there. And that end turn really highlighted, like, why this game is gas. It's like a lot of different things going on. In theory, Kraven, Kingpin, Juggernaut on curve could do something silly. Extra energy doesn't really help us this turn. Well, that makes their Angela play a little bit worse. Well, I guess Nightcrawler could technically bounce out of there. I think we're dead, right? As we're tying TVA And then even if we win here, we're going to lose the tiebreaker, but we also don't lose any extra cubes to stay in unless they snap, so we'll play Vision and see what they do.
Opponent snapped.
Take your cube. I'm out.
Escaped.
The Vision play doesn't win even if they pass. That's true. That's true. But it's also free, right? If they don't snap there, I'm in for 1 cube regardless, because TVA doesn't double it up, so... Wait, take a second and see what they play in case you like queue into them again on the ladder. Get more information about their deck. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Kinda wish I would have put Angela there. Rude. So Vision and Nightcrawler both get bigger into Kunlun, which is great. All right, and that's Kingpin setting us up for an Arrow Stomp next turn potentially. Where do I want a Kingpin at? Because I want a Kingpin into the location that they're least likely to play into. I think Kunlun is the location they're least likely to play into. So we do this. The problem is if they sunspot 2 or more, they beat me left. Okay. Yeah, decent Kingpin turn. That's fine. Maybe a little bit above rate. Sure. Good God. When this works, chat, it is just like, it is something else. I don't know what those 4 cards were, and the world will never know. Only Whistle Sticks knows what those cards were, champ. Because Kingpin just crushed them underfoot, not caring in the slightest. After Kingpin, you'd always just play stuff into that location. Sure, maybe. And then there will be other games you lose because you do that. That's the neat thing about the synergy there, right? Like your opponent, ideally, an optimal opponent isn't always going to play in the same manner. There's also going to be spots where you just can't afford to play around an arrow on the last turn like that. It's super easy to like armchair quarterback and be like, I have perfect information and I would never make that play. My brain is huge. It's like, well, when you're playing with limited information, the game is very different. Playing against a bot here. Those are the only people that have these neat monochromatic cards. A daily booster limit is fucking trash. It's way too low. I think generically a booster limit is fine. I think the current booster limit is atrocious. Kingpin mid, and then we can Polaris something in next turn. Assuming they don't move them both here because of the cloak. Well, do we even need to Polaris now? I guess it's like, fine. Still take some power off the board. Adds 5 to us, plus 2 more for when the Stark Tower pops off. And then we'll vision into the center here, obviously, because then he'll get the Stark Tower bonus. Then we have some flexibility with him to move around to somewhere else.
All systems go.
Opponent snapped.
I think we're winning this, right?
Oh, snap.
But what if I do this? This leaves us 12, 19 in the middle. Punisher gets sucked over to the right, and then we like win left and center. I guess there's a world where the Punisher here beats us. What if we Magneto here and pull the Punisher over this way? And this is worth base is 2, Stark Tower, Punisher. So this will be 6. What about Arrow just to guarantee 2 locations? Oh yeah, I guess that works too, right? We slide this here, and then Arrow says, okay, your stuff gets sucked to here, and then this is 12, and I'm guaranteed to head here. Yeah, that's so much better. This card seems genuinely very powerful. Not even just in combo with Kingpin, but just as like, okay, I can kind of guarantee this setup here. And like, obviously they played Onslaught. They played Onslaught left and lost, but they didn't have a permutation that get them out, right? Yeah, that's true. They could play a bunch of cards at the end there to get out, but that's all they could be doing. Arrow gives a lot of really clean, like, okay, this is almost a certain victory setup at the end, which is really nice. All right, let's play some of the Beastly Collection deck with Okoyo as a 1-drop. Try Okoyo and Korg in this deck. I'm also not sure if Hawkeye's good. I'm trying Hawkeye over Rocket Raccoon. Was a useful one. What if I Falcon here and then we bishop on 3, and then we Korg beast again on 4, and then we like replay a bunch. I think this is it's kind of sweet. Don't hit my bishop. Hitting beast is fine because I wanted to play that on turn 4 anyways with Korg. It's a little bit less exciting if I draw another 1-drop, but otherwise fine. Might be able to cut armor from this deck. It's nice Shang-Chi protection, but with Nova Carnage, weaker. Just a little bit less useful. So we go Korg beast here. Put some more rocks into their deck. East picks these back up. Oh, they're also a Falcon deck. Interesting. Oh, losing that coin flip is such a beating. Now, it is worth noting that this is a spot where if I had Rocket Raccoon, it'd be a little bit better than Hawkeye, because Hawkeye's on reveal does not play well with bouncing it back to your hand the turn you play it. I think we're in an okay spot here, pumping up Angela to max. Then we'll win between Angela and Khazar next turn, I think. That's a Chavez. I could just like... So what's better? Do I play out Khazar plus the 3 1s, or do I play out Chavez? I think it's Khazar plus the 3 1s. If I do this, I'm technically ahead in all 3 paths. Seems fine. Oh, but then I lose to Captain Marvel and I'm playing left, right? Yeah. This lets Captain Marvel slide to the left. If I would have played one of these 1-drops here, I win. Because then Captain Marvel leaves, we tie, and then I win tiebreakers. That game was really close considering we lost an awful coin flip to their Gambit. If their Gambit had killed Beast there and we keep Bishop, we win and it's not particularly close. You're in a position where Snap as a stone cold bluff. Now, I think that's a bad strategy at this point. People don't really care and they just call anything. The game doesn't have high enough level play yet to make snaps like that. Good choice in my opinion. This is an excellent draw. So I get to... I guess I gotta decide, am I playing into Mojo World here or not? I haven't decided. I think so. Hey, Kakobe, thank you for the 31 months. Welcome back. And Haishen, thank you for the 11 months.
Enough said, bub.
So we go Collector into Beast, I think. And then on turn 5, we can go Nightcrawler, Agent 13, Korg, Falcon.
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna snap here. We're in a pretty good spot. Yeah, I'd assume the booster cap rolls over it at end of day as well. It's probably a safe assumption. Zeroed their Deathlock, sure. And this is a giddy. I think I'm gonna swap Hawkeye back to Rocket Raccoon. This is another spot where Hawkeye is just worse than Rocket would be, because Rocket could potentially come down and like in a path where they could play and get +2 power permanently, whereas Hawkeye's on reveal just does not work with Falcon. Where do I want to play Falcon? Do I want him to end up right, or do I want him in the middle? I think I want him to end up right so we can play for all 3 paths potentially. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 cards being played, 5 cards. This is going up to 9. And then Collector is going to pick up 4 plus a generation from Agent 13. So we're going to end up with +10 on the Collector here. Yeah, we played Yondu previously. You just can't play Yondu and Korg in the same deck, really, so I'm trying out Korg today. I put it retreated, yeah. What about Ant-Man? I mean, Ant-Man's fine. I think I'm pretty confident Rocket Raccoon is better. What is Collector cap at? As high as this guy can go. How many cards can you put in your hand? I think Rocket Raccoon is better than Ant-Man because the ceiling on Ant-Man is 4, whereas like this will usually be 4 because we get to bounce and replay it in this deck. And it could potentially be 6 or 8 if you hit multiple times, because this keeps its on reveal buff as it comes back to your hand. Yeah, I've played Mantis before too. Mantis, part of the problem with Mantis is 1, she's inconsistent, and 2, when both Mantis and Agent 13 are popping off, your hand kind of overfills with Beast and Falcon a lot of the time. Is a real problem. I'm not sure I like armor though. So this is when we were playing against Nova Carnage. I think I want a different 1-drop. Having lots of 1-drops to start is good. Electra is pretty fine in this deck. There's lots of opposing ones you can hit. It could just be Ant-Man on top of Rocket Raccoon. Could definitely be the case. Could be Scarlet. Scarlet Witch is interesting. Sometimes she wins you games, but other times she loses you games. I'm gonna throw Electra back in for now. Electra usually gets some value. So the problem with Witch in this deck, chat, is that you have to really proactively play your 1-drops out to get value on things. And playing your 1-drops out proactively to get value on things means that Witch can turn locations into things you don't want them to, because you just need to play her out for card count. Now, one thing that I would like to play in this deck, if you have a copy of Hood, I think Hood is probably very good in this deck. That is a card I really wish I had access to. He's very sweet. I'm gonna snap on the Angela draw here. She's pretty good. Hood triggers Collector, and you can pick it back up. after the fact. Gosh, Bishop was an awful draw for us here. It's really sad. I was hoping for any one or two that I could play out with Angela here. They Nakia? I think we're dead here, is the problem. Played to here. Oh, are they gonna empty their hands? Oh, they took us off a TVA. Okay.
Clear for takeoff. Opponent snapped.
I think I'm actually in for this at this point, though, right? Like we're gonna get to buff Collector a bunch, and Bishop's gonna get huge. So I have Mood Nightcrawler to pick it up with Beast there. I didn't think that... I wanted to keep power in the center because I thought the game was ending rough. Oh, I forgot to update the screenshot. We cut armor. Sorry, chat. The screenshot underneath me is not accurate to what I'm playing at the moment. That's why there's a Rocket Raccoon in play. Alright, so we should have center on lock. The question is, do we want to play for Scar or Subterranea? Cards in hand. Strong Guy is probably popping off, right? If we assume Strong Guy is popping off, that means I'm technically down 7 on the right. So I think that means I'm supposed to play for Subterranea. So I think we're supposed to do this. So we're good, I think. Yeah, because Rocket Raccoon will be 6 here. I want you to imagine for a second that this Rocket Raccoon is Ant-Man, right? We lose here. Because this Ant-Man would be, 1 instead of 6. Update the screenshot real quick here. Same for Hawkeye. Yeah, I'm confident Hawkeye is bad. Pretty sure after playing games with it. And this is why you need to try things too, right? Like after playing a bunch, I think Rocket Raccoon is better. Hawkeye is also trash there. You are very, very correct about that. So even though I have Collector here, I want to play Agent 13 on 1 because my turn 2 is going to be Collector. My turn 3 is going to be Bishop. And my turn 4 is going to be Beast into... Well, that's a Crimson Cosmos, which is just reinstant for us, obviously. What would I cut for Hood? In this build, probably Electra. If I had one. Hopefully, that's also not great for us, actually. They have not posted any timelines on anything, nor will they, chat. It's ready when it's ready. Would Black Widow work in this deck? Instead of me telling you your idea is bad, tell me why it's good. Why do you think Black Widow is worth playing in this deck? Articulate yourself. Make a case for what you're arguing for. I think I would rather put 2 rocks in their deck than put an extra power on my cards. Thoughts? I also think with this gone, we can probably snap here, huh? Go like Angela into a bunch of stuff middle, and then we'll have Chavez on 6, and like these two are both about to get huge here. This is good for us. I actually climbed a bunch with the Sarah Storm deck I posted a highlight of today before it happened. The Sarah Storm deck is really strong. It could like keep up with Nova Carnage. Yeah, like I get to go Angela, well, Electra here, and then I go this, and then I'm actually just giving them nothing. And I'm leaving myself the flexibility to play... I'm leaving myself the flexibility to play Chavez mid. Love it. I already snapped, so I can't again. Oh, I'm giving them a copy of Dagger. Sorry, I forgot Agent 13 was happening. We're drawing a 13 power Chavez here. Eat your heart out, Mr. Hulk. Okay. Sure. We could lose middle. We're definitely losing, right? I mean, Killmonger is better against their board than it is against mine, right? They're the one with Khazar. And they did not have the ability to beat 9 centers. That's good for us.
Victory.
Makes me so sad that I'm not getting boosters towards these cards in this deck every time we finish. It's like every time the booster daily limit pops up, it feels like someone kicked me. They took away one of my toys. Hey, Gilthaz. Subscribed at tier 3 for 6 months in advance. Well, that is an absurd level of support, and thanks for the advanced commitment. I plan to be here. Thanks for keeping me around. Whoa, a bunch of stuff. To Dr. Jazzin, thanks for the 2.5 years of the Prime. No ads indeed. And Hairball, our 79th shillionaire. Welcome back. I guess I'm playing this here because I want to be able to like collector plus bees. I actually don't know. I actually don't know how exactly I want to sequence here because of the Alatin. Oh, they have Cosmo here. Is it crazy? I almost want to just like do this and just like play an honest game. Is that silly? I feel like we could win that because I'm losing my hand anyways. So let's make sure the trickle down economy stays in action. The next shillionaire will now only take 999,921 shillings. Was a Killmonger, sure. Let me just do this.
Oh, snap.
Seems good for us. Have some rocks. Your opponent retreated. Solid snap, chat. Solid snap. You wanna snap it to push those rewards before they know how behind they're about to be. I think this deck's my favorite thing in the game still. I like this one even before the card changes, and a Koyo being a 1-drop that's playable in this deck now is Gasoline.
Opponent snapped.
Speaking of Gasoline.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so I'm gonna decline a Koyoing on 1 so I can get an extra power on Bishop on 2, which I think is fine. To the why not Iceman instead of... There's no reason to play these other cards out yet, right? I should play Bishop. I should play Bishop, but the rest of these cards aren't flipping up yet, right? So I should just chill. I think you could play Iceman and Korg. Like, I think there's an argument that Iceman could be instead of Electra. There's a lot of different 1-drops you could tech in for different bits of value in this deck. For sure. Okay, so how about we Angela, Agent, Okoyo, Beast? So then Angela goes up to a 5, and then we pick all the rest of these back up. We could even do this over here. And then it gives me the flexibility to play Angela here and get her huge with something else. Okoyo misses a power by not playing. The Lemuria meant they weren't revealing last turn anyways. So no, I didn't miss anything. They weren't flipping up because this was the second location. I have a Ronin deck. Mr. Negative is a deck that leverages Ronin really well. If you want to check out some gameplay of that on the YouTube channel. Don't Odin me, please. Alright, you have successfully cheesed out the right opponent. Do you feel smart, opponent? Does your brain feel huge? I would have played Vision here. We could have gotten it. I think we're still in a good spot there, right? I think we do this turn and see what they do, because these are free, right? So there's not a rush. I guess we could have Koyo to get 1 more power on our Chavez. Yeah, I probably want to Koyo to get 1 more power on my Chavez, right? we know we're drawing Chavez this turn. Unless they like Yandu us or something. She played correctly. Thank you, God. We were 50-50, chat. We were 50-50. We were 50-50 for that to end up okay? It looks like we're gonna get our happy ending here, hopefully. Hopefully, we'll see. We're at 29. I guess they played 3 cards. We could lose 29 here. Oh no, we're dead. Fuck. Oh, and a Killmonger. Rip. That's actually really close. That's actually really close.
Defeat.
Are there any pull 3 cards you don't have that you would add to this deck? Yeah, probably Hood is worth testing and Magic is worth testing. Opponent got lucky with their Professor X cheese. It's gonna happen, chat. Sometimes you have a little bit of a cheesy game. Let's try Iceman over Electra, see how that feels. I think Magic's one of the best cards in Pool 3. Is there anything where Magic isn't worth testing? Yeah, decks like Sarah Storm or the Zoo deck that consistently play all of their cards by the last turn of the game, they aren't really interested in Magic's effect. Hey, Katana, thanks for hanging out for 3 years. I wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you, so I appreciate it. Don't forget the deck update, too late. Late. That's super unfortunate. Especially the fact that they played their turn in advance is it's a really good beat for them, so we gotta try and win Mindscape and Lemuria now. Maybe I'm supposed to Bishop here, actually. Our turn 4 is pretty good. We get to go Iceman, Okoyo, Falcon. Oh! Oh! Okay. Okay. Cloak is an interesting one. How many do they want to slide over? I think I'm willing to slide Bishop in here because our Bishop's going to get real big. Wow, they're all in. Sure. It's a shame Iceman didn't flip up first there. Mindscape is a little annoying here. I guess we're going to get their massive hand, though, right? So we've got that going for us. With us getting their massive hand in mind, I think we just, like, do this, right? We hand them these. I don't really want to Iceman because I'm potentially making a card that I'm about to get more expensive. Cerebro is a weird one for their deck. Collector would be huge though, right? Well, Collector, oh, did they fix that? I forget. It was bugged for a little while. Does Collector work with Mindscape? Did they fix Collector with Mindscape this patch? We put 4 rocks in their deck. Hopefully they just drew a rock for the turn and they've got like a Collector under their useless card. Controlless, like purely disruptive things? No, not really. I mean, we don't really know what you're trying to disrupt, right? Just like pick your favorite disruptive elements and mix well. I should have played Collector. I forgot that Mindscape's supposed to trigger it. It didn't last patch, but it might have this patch. I think we lose because of the Ant-Man Cerebro, right? Oh, we won the tiebreaker. Sick. Oh my god, their Sunspot powered up and took their Cerebro power away. Yeah, I don't know why they're playing this card in their Cerebro deck. That is a really bad card to play in your Cerebro deck. Don't do that, chat. That is oof. All right, folks, it is almost 3 o'clock. We've been snapping for 3.5 hours. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it an afternoon. And I'm gonna be honest, anybody from Second Dinner, if you're out there watching, part of the reason I'm ending right now is because there's no more daily boosters to play for. I also would frequently play a bunch of Snap off stream because I wanted to get boosters to spend my credits. I currently have 1,225 credits that I just can't spend because you've capped me out of boosters. These small number of cards here I have that are currently flagged as upgradable, these are all the bad art or arts I don't care for versions of these cards. Armor's not armor I can upgrade. Everything else are alt arts that I just don't want to upgrade because I want more boosters on those cards to instead boost something else that's a different artwork. So, whoa, we got a beast altar art. Okay, hold on, that's exciting. That one we could probably upgrade right away. Nope, can't even upgrade that one right away because we didn't collect any beast boosters during that set. So, exciting to get that, but the rest of the booster economy blows. I'm stuck at almost 1,000 credits that I can't spend. We get to put an AA in one of my favorite decks at least here, but yeah. Big sad overall. Please uncap boosters or cap them way higher than they are now. Before I sign off, I really just like to make one last plug for the mobile game sponsor today. If you like my stuff and enjoy it and you don't have a Prime sub or actual dollars that you can support with, I know things are tough for people right now. Kingdom Maker is completely free to play. If you haven't tried it, it takes like less than 15 minutes of your time to check it out. You get your keep to level 2. You add 1 to my ticker. If that ticker gets to 110 by the end of day tomorrow, so like Friday night, Saturday morning, etc., I get a bit of a bonus. And as a thank you for that, in addition to getting a free sub to the channel, I'm going to do a bonus streams this weekend for Magic and Marvel Snap if we hit that 110 goal. I'm signing off for today. I'll guaranteed be back tomorrow. I'll also be back Saturday and Sunday if we hit that goal, but hopefully some of you